when we're doing a sked, the first thing that you want to do is you want to unroll it. When most people use a sked, it's usually rolled up. So you want to unroll it, and you have to flip it upside down and kind of roll it the opposite direction, and it's going to help make it lay flat, okay? So there we go. All right, so to help it lay flat, because we want to use the bottom side, that's the side that we'll use. To help this one lay flat, we're going to bend it like this. All right, so now you can see it lays flat. I'm going to turn it this way. Now the next thing that you need is a backboard. You don't have to use the backboard with the sked, but if we didn't use the backboard, every one of these rocks right here, whoever's laying there in the sked will feel every single one of these rocks in their back, okay? So if we're going over obstacles like those pipes or whatever inside that trailer, we can possibly break their back. If they have a back injury, we can make that injury worse, okay? So this backboard is going to prevent further damage to the person that we're rescuing.
Hay que poner esa la camilla porque si no la pones, si jalas a la persona va a sentir cada piedra, o si vas sobre la pipa va a sentir la pipa. Tú usar esa para que la ayudes con la cintura porque se las puedes lastimar, y si está lastimado pues te va a lastimar más. Y también eso aparte.
Now, some people will say that you got to tie the rope into the backboard to make sure that the backboard and the sked don't separate. That's not really an issue for me. I've never had that happen to me, so it's not something that I worry about. You don't have to do it, okay? Now, Flavio, you want to lay down?
Oh, your favorite.
Dice que dicen que hay que barrar la camilla con para que no se separe, pues nunca tiene un problema que se separe porque ahorita
¿Necesito poner el casco o no?
no, fíjate, ahorita vas a ver
Ya estás madreado.
cómo va a estar.
No te preocupes, te van a poner uno.
Sí, lo vas a quitar mágicamente, no hay
Here,
manera
put
de
this one up. It'll be more comfortable for you.
Así mero.
Ahora lo voy a llevar, güey.
Scoot
¿Cuánto
down
vas
this
a
way. Right there.
Ya te puedes dormir, las patas para abajo.
Okay, so now when I put them in here, if I had to pick them up, drag them, whatever I gotta do, I gotta get them onto this backboard. Once I'm here, I'm just gonna fold them up like a taco, okay? So I'm gonna take this side, reach over, and I'm gonna take this side. Yeah, you can if you want to. So whenever I do these straps here, it depends on the person's height, okay? And if I'm gonna go vertical, there's a good chance that this person that's right here will slip down, okay? So if they're slipping down, what do you think is gonna happen to this strap?
Choke him out.
It's pretty close to his neck already, so yeah, if he slips down, he'll get choked out. So what we wanna do, if we feel like it's gonna be too close right now, we'll just crisscross them. So we're gonna go one lower.
Sí, porque si lo pones aquí derecho, se llega a resbalar, ¿qué va a pasar con esto?
You want your arms in
Lo
or
vas a
out?
ahorcar al güey.
Y por decir otra pregunta que tenía, si
You want them tied up or not tied up?
en la forma de subirlo, yo quería ver cómo lo puedes subir como tú quieras.
So he's asking what about if it's passed out and you have to put him
O hay una forma de cargarlo.
specific way to put him in there if it's already passed out or how you know?
O como uno pueda.
You got 4 minutes, make it work.
Tiene que traer.
Tienes 4 minutos, tienes que estar dentro.
Ni una trae. No.
Es que se pegan así nomás y ya.
Voy a entrar como perro.
La rejilla no tiene ni una de las rejillas.
No tiene.
Tiene el velcro.
So
Ajá, no tiene.
I'm just gonna crisscross it. Now when I do these, I pull on this one, and then I push pull into this buckle to make it work.
Lo que se puede hacer cuando se muere uno, ay, qué buena gente era. La vida era bien culero.
How tight do I need to make this?
¿Qué tan apretado tiene que estar?
I need to make it tight enough to where he's not going to come out, but loose enough to where I can fit 2 fingers under the strap on his chest. That allows him to be able to breathe. Can you breathe? Okay.
No tan apretado porque después muy apretado lo vas a ahogar.
Que le entren 2 dedos.
Que le pongas 2 dedos.
So these ones down here on the legs, right here, it's gonna go straight across. The only thing that I need to make sure is that this strap doesn't go over his knees. For whatever reason, if I put this over his knees and I wrench down on it too tight, I can hyperextend his knees and hurt him more. I don't want to do that. So as long as it's not over the knees, we're good to go.
Yo, ahorita, acuérdate que lo metemos allá adentro, tienen 4 minutos. So, entre 2 personas lo van a subir a la camilla y amarrarlo entre los 2.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do too is you can just put in a little overhand knot right here, and that's gonna make sure that your straps don't come undone on these ones.
A ver, a ver.
Como esparramado. Ya lo acomodas, rolas con la camilla, rolas para atrás, amarras.
Okay, so then we come to the last strap.
Aquí los tubos, como los tubos se meten con la camilla, vienes para atrás.
Yours is a little different than mine.
Cuando estás enfrente, brincas el tubo y abrincas están jalando.
Where the buckles for those down there? Yeah, no, it's a handle.
Baco.
Okay. So this one right here looks like we're gonna go back to this right here, I would say. So we have choices here. Again, we might have to crisscross these straps here. So depending on our person, if we're trying to fit through a tight space, which is what we're doing, right? We're training for confined space. If we're trying to fit through a tight space, their feet might want to do this. So we might want to run this strap on the side to hold his feet up. If for whatever reason we can't do that, they got a broken leg or whatever, we might need to crisscross them so that way we don't mess with that leg that much. You know, we can come over here and then go over there, and then we don't mess with that foot too much, okay? But if it's just he's unconscious, you know, dehydration, heat exhaustion, whatever the case is, something hit him in the head, we don't have to worry about the feet. We can go on the outside and keep his feet up straight. Does that make sense?
Todo depende el momento. A ver, si usted tiene el pie quebrado o no lo tiene quebrado. Porque acuérdate, muchas veces las áreas confinadas, el espacio está muy reducido. Entonces vas a batallar para sacarlo. Entonces tiene que ver mucho también la manera como le ponga los pies.
Pero es que esto más transporte porque tienes que revisarlo, tienes que moverlo. Cuando estás revisando, moverlo, que solo te lo
No, en el agua yo creo que no.
Sí, pero tienes que dar cuenta de que lo revisas.
No sé.
No, y luego pues vas a mirar si está todo quebrado, vas a mirar de volar que el hueso está quebrado.
¿De adentro? ¿Pero con el humo?
El humo, la
No, pero
máscara.
más que nada, como, pues si está adentro, nada más trabajando.
Siempre cuando está tirado es un traumatismo, hay una fractura.
A menos que esté arriba.
Este ya está dormido, ¿no?
Ya me da sueño aquí.
Parece que va en la moto, che.
Puede que está atropellado, che, no anda tan lejos.
Pero si es algo quebrado,
Ok.
usualmente va a estar despierto, ¿no?
No.
Ya te él puede decir.
No,
Se puede quebrar y luego se
No,
desmaya.
pues
Puede estar
O del dolor se desmayó.
Sí, sí, es que sí. Por eso normalmente.
Okay, so now I got all those straps down. They're all tight. I put little half hitches or overhands in them to keep tension. So now what I got to do is I'm going to come back over here to the head. I'm going to fold this up. Okay? And then this knot that's right here, it's a butterfly knot that's in this rope. Your guys' rope is already preloaded, which is fine. We just need to make sure that that knot stays in the center, because if we're going to go vertical, this knot will make them tilt one way or the other if it's not. The other thing that we need to do is we're going to work our way from the head to the feet. So we need to take all the slack with us, because if we don't, remember in the PowerPoint I was showing you where somebody used this, they didn't get the slack out and the knot was like 3 feet away from the head, so they didn't get them all the way out of the hole. So you want to work as much of this slack out as you can as you're moving down.
Lo muy importante es de que el nudo ese esté en el medio centro, porque si no tenés centro, ¿qué es lo que va a pasar? Para los lados.
And when you're using this rope, if you're loading it the first time, or even like right now, what you want to do is whatever one side is doing, the other side needs to mimic it, so that way we get it straight. Okay?
Se va a tratar de poner la soga lo más corto que se pueda y lo más justo. Porque acuérdate, si lo sacas, si no hay si no lo amarras bien y luego al momento que lo vas a bajar o que vas a traerlo para arriba, ¿qué va a pasar acá arriba? Va a tener suficiente, le va a sobrar, y es lo que no queremos. Porque para ese momento va a tener que bajar otra vez y subirlo. Quitarle lo más que se pueda. Muchas gracias.
Pues lo que resta de la
soga.
cuando está la soga muy aguada, sacarle todo.
All right, so now that I got all of that out, I'm down at the feet. I gotta secure it, because if I don't secure this, he can slip straight out the bottom, okay? So now I gotta secure it. This is where the square knot comes in. And there's a bunch of ways to tie the square knot, but the way I'm gonna do it is left over right, and then right over left. You want it pretty tight, because this is what's gonna hold all the slack. Okay, and now here again we have options. We can go between the feet, or we can go around the feet. It just depends on what we gotta do. So I'm gonna go ahead and crisscross and go between the feet. I'm gonna run this rope through the straps, and I'm gonna try to get back up to the thighs.
Acuérdate, todo lo que estén haciendo tiene que ser menos de 4 minutos.
Acá ya la aseguró, yo nomás está lo que resta de la soga ya para que no estorbe, me imagino.
So again, remember in confined space, we have 4 minutes to have the person out of the IDLH, okay? Right now, this video is over 4 minutes long. So I'm gonna put another square knot right here. And then this one has to have a safety knot. So it took me over 4 minutes to get him in, but we're taking our time. I'm showing you how to do it, and I'm explaining it. So what you guys have to do is you have to practice with this and become real proficient with it to get all this done, so you can get him out in less than 4 minutes.
How long is the video?
13 so far.
Okay, and so that's it. So now we could stand them up. So I'll hold his feet, grab that handle, and stand them up, and we'll see how much he slides. He didn't slide much. So right here, we would have been good because we crisscrossed him, and he's not gonna go nowhere. If we had this running straight here though, it would be right under his chin, okay? Because that's where these 2 eyes are, right under his chin. So this, for him, we have to crisscross it, okay? Knots in the middle.